So you want to be the best TFT player in your friend group? Do you like absorbing all of the damage? Having some big tanky bois? Throwing poison at everyone? Never dying? Then you should be playing Vanguard Mystics.
I kid you not. He turns himself into a pickle.
You want to be trying for Vanguard Mystics when you either get 1 or 2 tiers early. Find any 2 of these units straight posted up in your roles, or if you find an early Cassiopeia, Bard or Jace. In the early game you want some early Vanguards. Use Poppy and Leona while you wait for a Mordekaiser and a Nautilus. While you wait for units, any DPS source works. Shoot a bitch with Lucian and Ezreal. Use Graves and Darius for some extra income. Ahri and Zoe gives you true damage, Star Guardian with Poppy, and lets you beat a hoe with true damage. The source of the damage doesn't matter as long as you actually have damage in the first place. You don't technically need Poppy and Leona early, but you can use them to hold items early for Jason Wukong, or transition out entirely. Throw in not as early as you can for a big stun. During the mid-game, around level 6 you should have 4 Vanguard 2 Mystics at this point. Throw in Jason Donkey Kong to beef up the front line, and add Cassiopeia and Bard for DPS and more XP. You hit full power at level 9, your frontline won't change from mid-game. Your frontline is there to absorb damage and waste the enemy's time so Casper can start pumping out damage.
God damn it, motherfucker. Please stop hitting me, I feel nothing but pain. This is a nightmare.
In the backline, Castlevania goes burr and slaps anyone in auto range with a GU needle. Brad stays in the comp until you hit 9. Then swap them out for Soraka or leave them in for an audience.
Yeah. Keep the meat collection? Oh, I'm keeping those meeps. Those meeps are my cheerleaders.
Your last 2 Mystics are Karma for Dank Star and Attack Speed on Cassava, and a Lulu for Polly. The last unit is a Thresh to pull a Virgo from your bench. Darius can be used early if you find Jace early, or throw it in at 5 if you have a Blaster start. Gnar can be thrown in at 7 for Astro buff. Overclocking the meat printer. You could skip the Thresh altogether and throw in Orgod at 9, letting your Casablanca yell at people like her name is Karen.
God on LTTstore.com.
Items for Casserole. Your 2 main items are Blue buff and Morellonomicon. Blubber buff lets the cassowary cast after every auto, and Modelonomicon adds burn onto your burn. If you have the components you can add Deathcap and RFC, or Eludens. Put a Shojins and Runons on Brad so meat printer goes burr. Any tank items like a Bramble Vest, Warmogs, or can be thrown onto any members of the front line.
Well, I guess you just have to be prepared to die.
3 particular comps will hit you with the Struggle Bus, Sorks, Infiltrators, and the Protectors. Sorkfizz will stomp Kassadin with his Black Air Forces if you position wrong. Black Air Force meme is dead, and so is anyone who fucks with Fizz. And Sork players will steal tiers on the carousel. Infiltrators like Sorks can destroy your casino if you don't position properly. If you know you will be against the Infiltrator player, throw the meat wall directly in front of the Mystics, like a rook paper plate on a spawn-peeking Ella. Protectors can mess you up if Space Dargon steals all of Casio Calculator Watch's mana. And breaking through a full tank Shin 3 with a Warmogs and Dragon's Claw can feel like a kindergartner fighting Thanos.
God damn it!
What is that?
Obviously, it's a space snake.
The 3 best galaxies for Vanguard Mystics are Nicoverse, Treasure Trove, and Super Dense. Double Nico's help is useful to bring any of the 3/5 cost units to 2-star. Treasure Trove gives you more components and gold, meaning a better chance for tiers. A Force of Nature gets you to full build 66 XP faster, and you can keep the meep gang. For a better look at these 2 variations, check out Scara's video, link in description. Binary Star can mess you up since you can't stack 3 items on cash. There are 2 main variations. 6 Vanguards and Jace carry. 6 Vanguards is only possible if you give up on 4 Mystics like I gave up on being a Riven main or have a font, and helps you deal with Blaster and Sniper players with Vanguard 6 giving you around 93% damage reduction to physical damage. Throwing a Fedora at Jace gives you some insurance in case Cascade explodes. It's also scientifically proven that listening to Space Jam gives Jace a 300% damage buff.
Look at Randy Orton slithering. Watch out, watch out, watch out!
Vanguard Mystics is one of my favorite comps in the game and brings back old Season 1 Volibear carry vibes. The comp scales over time, gaining more and more resist as you level up. It can work really well if your front line does their job and holds the line, but will fall apart if a Rondo Riven or Fizz steals Castaways Geo Baskets. Thanks for watching a shitter's guide to TFT. Good luck in ranked and pray to God you don't get more dogged.